Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, have you ever wondered why certain events happen in our lives that make no sense at all? Why do good people suffer? Why are some prayers delayed? Why do unexpected hardships appear just when everything seems perfect? Today, we will explore one of the most fascinating stories in the Qur'an, a story so powerful that even Prophet Musa alayhi salam, one of the greatest prophets of Allah, was left amazed. It is the incredible story of Prophet Musa alayhi salam and Khidr alayhi salam, the servant of Allah, who was given a special type of knowledge that others did not possess. And by the end of this story, you may see your own struggles in a completely different way. So stay with me until the end. The question that led Musa alayhi salam on a journey. One day, Prophet Musa alayhi salam was speaking to the children of Israel. Someone asked him, "Who is the most knowledgeable person on earth?" Musa replied, "I am." Although Musa was indeed among the greatest prophets, Allah wanted to teach him a profound lesson. Allah revealed to him that there was a servant who possessed knowledge that Musa did not have. This servant was Khidr alayhi salam. Allah instructed Musa to travel in search of him. Imagine that! A mighty prophet chosen by Allah was commanded to seek knowledge from someone else. This teaches us that no matter how much we know, there is always more to learn. True knowledge begins with humility. Meeting Khidr alayhi salam. After a long and difficult journey, Musa alayhi salam finally found Khidr alayhi salam. The Qur'an describes Khidr as a servant whom Allah had blessed with mercy and special knowledge. Musa respectfully asked him, "May I follow you so that you can teach me some of the guidance you have been taught?" Khidr alayhi salam replied, "You will not be able to remain patient with me." He explained that Musa would witness things that appeared wrong and would struggle to understand them. But Musa promised to be patient, so together they began their extraordinary journey. The first shocking event, the boat. As they traveled, they came across some poor fishermen. The fishermen generously offered them a ride on their boat without asking for payment. Everything seemed normal. But suddenly, Khidr alayhi salam damaged the boat by making a hole in it. Musa was shocked. He immediately said, "Have you damaged it to drown its people? You have certainly done a terrible thing." From Musa's perspective, this action made no sense. The fishermen had shown kindness. Why would Khidr alayhi salam harm their boat? Khidr alayhi salam calmly reminded him, "Did I not tell you that you would not be able to remain patient with me?" Musa alayhi salam apologized, and they continued their journey. The second shocking event, the young boy. As they walked further, they encountered a young boy. Then something happened that was even more difficult to understand. Khidr alayhi salam caused the death of the boy. Musa alayhi salam was horrified. He cried out, "Have you killed an innocent soul who had killed no one? You have done a dreadful thing." Again, Khidr alayhi salam reminded him of the promise of patience. Musa alayhi salam apologized once more. But inside his heart, confusion continued to grow. Why would Allah allow such things to happen? The third shocking event, the wall. Eventually, they arrived at a town. The people of the town were unfriendly and refused to offer them food or hospitality. Despite their rude behavior, Khidr alayhi salam noticed a wall that was about to collapse. He spent time repairing it without asking for any payment. This time, Musa alayhi salam could not stay silent. He said, "If you wanted, you could have taken payment for this work."
At that moment, Khidr a.s. said, "This is where we part ways." Then he revealed the hidden wisdom behind everything. The secrets revealed. First, Khidr a.s. explained the damaged boat. The boat belonged to poor fishermen who depended on it for their livelihood. Nearby was a tyrannical king who was seizing every good boat by force. By creating a small defect, Khidr a.s. protected the fisherman's boat from being stolen. What seemed like harm was actually mercy. Then Khidr a.s. explained the boy. Allah knew that if the boy grew older, he would become a source of great hardship and disbelief for his righteous parents. Allah planned to replace him with a child who would be better for them in faith and character. What appeared to be tragedy was part of a greater wisdom known only to Allah. Finally, Khidr a.s. explained the wall. Under that wall was a treasure belonging to two orphan boys. Their father had been a righteous man. Allah wanted the treasure to remain hidden until the boys became adults. The repaired wall protected their future inheritance. What looked like unpaid labor was actually an act of divine protection. Why was Khidr a.s. given special knowledge? Dear brothers and sisters, Khidr a.s. was not acting according to his own desires. He was acting according to knowledge and guidance granted by Allah. This was a special knowledge of unseen wisdom that Allah chose to reveal to Khidr. The purpose was not to show that Khidr was greater than Musa. Rather, Allah wanted to demonstrate that his knowledge is infinite. Even the greatest human beings only know what Allah allows them to know. The story teaches us that there are realities beyond what our eyes can see. Sometimes what appears to be a loss is actually protection. Sometimes what feels like a delay is preparation. Sometimes what looks like a closed door is Allah saving us from something harmful. The powerful lesson for us today. Think about your own life. Perhaps there was a job you desperately wanted but never got. Perhaps a relationship ended and broke your heart. Perhaps a dream you prayed for did not come true. At the time, it may have felt unfair. Just as Musa couldn't understand Khidr's actions immediately, we often cannot understand Allah's plan while we are living through it. But one day the wisdom becomes clear. Allah sees the entire picture. We only see one small piece. That is why believers trust Allah even when they do not understand what is happening, because Allah's wisdom is perfect. Dear viewers, the story of Musa a.s. and Khidr a.s. is not just a story about the past. It is a lesson for every believer facing uncertainty today. Whenever life becomes confusing, remember the damaged boat. Remember the young boy. Remember the repaired wall. And remember that Allah is working behind the scenes in ways that you cannot yet see. What appears to be a hardship today may actually be a blessing in disguise. Trust Allah's wisdom. Trust His timing. Trust His plan. Because the one who guided Musa a.s., taught Khidr a.s., and protected the righteous is still managing every detail of your life today. May Allah increase us in beneficial knowledge, strengthen our trust in Him, and grant us the ability to see His wisdom in every situation. Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.